Check out the old bridge that I found, guys. I was wondering what year this was built. Now there's a sign here, whether this is true or not. 1928. Now that style is definitely 1920s, 19-teens. And I just walked down through here and it goes back to the rail yard. So we're very close to where I've detected that 1836 coin just along the creek. This is where the Voyageurs would have come up and explored this little creek system here. And there are quite a few places that we could detect in here. I think back in the turn of the century, 1920 era, I mean, obviously this was part of town, and it no longer is. I mean, it doesn't go anywhere. But I mean, this is a pretty well-built bridge to not really be part of the modern day town system. So, I mean, there are opportunities back in here to detect. Yeah, so there are trails all through here. And I'm pretty sure there's got to be lots of little hidden, tucked away, you know, pieces of greenery. Oh. See the deer right there? Got a pretty good secluded spot there. Hey guys, a little bit of sunshine and blue skies up there. It's been raining all day, so I thought let's head down to the turtle pond, the beaver dam, and let's take some photos, give you guys a bit of a channel update. And I also want to continue on down the trail. We got a lot of nice woods out here. There should be mushrooms and stuff growing. I grabbed a whole bag full of camera gear, so you know, just get out and do a bit of adventure and a channel update. Riding the Sur-ron today, and trying out that camera strap with the GoPro on it. We'll see if we can get my GoPro recording and working a little better. If not, you know what? Maybe I'm going to scrap these GoPros entirely. They sit on my shelf and I don't use them. Batteries just don't hold a charge, don't work in the cold. The cameras stop working. You got to pull the battery out all the time. The Action 4 was released last week, so maybe might grab one of those. Just something that we have a more reliable action camera. GoPro, man. Okay, so we brought the macro lens today to do some mushroom and forest work if we want. I've also got the 24mm Samyang, so we can do, I want to do a nice shot right here, the beaver dam and the woods behind. And then I've got the 500. I thought maybe we could do some cool shots with the, I mean, this is the lens that gives a really cool bokeh background because it's a mirror lens. We've used it a little bit on the channel, but not near enough. So as you guys can see, a mirror lens, it's almost basically like a 500mm telescope is what it is. And I see a couple things we can, there's a turtle right there. And there were some ducks just over here. I don't know what's going on, guys. I already had to change the battery in the GoPro as soon as we started. And then I turned on this camera and it's got 7% battery in it. Good thing I remembered to grab extra batteries. Small world, guys. I'm just here with the bike taking photos, and another guy pulled up on an electric pedal bike, and we started having a chat about the electric bikes and how good they are, the batteries and all of that. And then he was telling me he's got a camp up on the Ottawa River. So I was telling him, I said, hey, I do too. And so he told me where he is, and he said, next time I'm up there, stop in for a beer. That's Canadian hospitality right there, eh? Mike. So I put this sunshade on this lens. It didn't really come with the lens, but it fit. I had an extra one, and you can see my cap has a felt liner on it, and it's kind of left some goo on there. I don't know why. I don't understand. It's just felt. So what that goop is on the outside, I don't know. I don't get it. So the old Minolta 500 here is showing its age a little bit, guys. You can't get the sharpness and detail on those ducks that I want to get, but it's a fun lens for taking close-up stuff. You can focus down to within 15 feet. It does have autofocus, but it does make some cool swirly backgrounds. It has donut background because of the mirror lens inside there. So you get some cool effects, which I've showed you guys before. I'm not getting any of those effects right now because that's not what we're doing. But so it's kind of a specialty lens, but I still love it. I love playing with it, but just want to check some of these spots for mushrooms. It's been pretty wet this week, so might be some stuff growing out here in the woods. Well, not seeing a lot in terms of mushrooms and fungus growing yet. It's just not wet and cold enough. Soon, within the next few weeks. So I wanted to mention to you guys, upcoming on the channel, of course, more Carol and Jack murder mystery stuff. We're continuing on with our series, Their Words, the story told by Jack and Carol's, the Spirit Box responses that they've given us. And I've got another one of those videos coming up for you guys, as well as I did a session with Detective Ralph Black. Very interesting. The responses are fantastic, guys. So you're going to definitely want to watch that one and watch the whole thing. I do see one little... Oh, I do see some mushrooms growing here, guys. One there and then a couple on the end. Anyway, really cool responses. And it's one of those videos where I set out, you know, in my head I had a picture of what this guy was like, who he was. And by the end, after answering all the questions and analyzing his responses, I had kind of changed my mind. So you're going to want to check that one out, guys, coming up on Friday. Also, guys, end of season is coming up here. Summer is just flying by. I still have to get out and do some trout fishing. I got about 5 places I want to go. Kayak and stream fishing. And then I have to get up to Dad's camp, which is the other place I want to go, and do some fishing on the river up there. So this will be the second season that right now I have not got the boat out. So that can't happen. We can't go 2 seasons without getting the boat out. It's got to happen. Well, that was a really good ride, guys. I went from here all the way down to the lake at the end of Cranberry Trail, got some cool photos, sat in the sun, enjoyed the waves. And then coming home, I ran into another kid who was riding a Sur-ron. First guy I've seen in 3 years, other than myself, riding a Sur-ron, and he said the same thing. So we each took pictures of each other, chatted about our bikes and stuff. It was pretty cool. So that's 2 people that actually stopped me on the trail today to talk about e-bikes. So they are getting more popular. Now this kid actually, he didn't have a pedal kit on his bike either, and he told me he's been stopped by the cops twice but they didn't charge him with anything, and they just told him, you know, get your pedal kit back on the bike as soon as you can. His had a broken sprocket or something. Mine is in that box up there on the shelf. I never bothered to install it because you can't actually pedal the Sur-ron. I mean, the pedals go around, the bike hardly moves. It's not worth putting on there. So anyway, you guys know all about it. I've complained about it before, but it was a cool ride. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next adventure.